Well, hi everyone, and welcome to Buffett and Beyond Research. And today we're going over Nvidia, which is up over 1,555% in 5 years. And here we are, May 16, 2026, folks, and look at this stock. And remember, if you want to walk on this beach at sunrise like Jimmy Buffett used to do, you've got to learn how to invest even better than Warren Buffett does now. And let's look at Nvidia. And this is very, very important because why is one company, semiconductor company, better than the other one? Well, Nvidia has built one of the strongest competitive positions in technology because it's not just a chip company. And here's the important thing about Nvidia, folks. It combines hardware, software, networking, and developer tools and an ecosystem that is difficult for competitors to replicate right in here. And the key difference is Nvidia's CUDA platform. And CUDA is the software layer and programming environment developers use to train AI models. I don't know how you train an AI model, but anyway, there you go. And it runs accelerated computing workloads. And over nearly 2 decades, universities, startups, cloud providers, and enterprises have built AI software around CUDA. So that's very, very important, folks. And this creates, what does it create? It creates a locked-in effect that AI researchers already know this platform. AI libraries are optimized for CUDA. Data centers are designed around CUDA. Most cutting-edge AI frameworks work best on NVIDIA hardware. And folks, this is similar to Microsoft Windows dominating PCs through software compatibility. I mean, what do we use most, or what do I use most, is Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. Excel is my main program. And it's just like Apple integrating hardware and software tightly. Think of iPhones and the software that it uses to get us to talk to mom and dad or brothers and sisters that are around the world someplace. Now, many competitors can make good chips, but few have an ecosystem developers are already deeply tied to. So that's what makes this company very, very special. And let us look at Nvidia's numbers over the past 5-year average. So these are the 5-year averages. Blue is the average stock. Green is Nvidia. And when you look at the clean surplus return on equity, think of a bank account. Would you rather put money into a bank account that's earning 13.5% or one that's earning 83%? Same with net income. Net income is totally dwarfing the average stock out there by how many times? 6, 7 times. And revenue, same thing, dwarfing the revenue of the average large cap stock out there. So we try to fill our portfolios with stocks that have greater numbers than the average stock. Because if you take an ETF, if you take an index, every index and every ETF has above average stocks for that particular ETF or index and below average stocks. So what we try to do, and have done so very successfully over 23 years, is pick the above average stocks in any index or any ETF. And it has worked very, very well for us. And folks, Nvidia is one of those stocks. Now let's go back. The reason I went all the way back, and we went back to 2016 here, when Nvidia first gained the 20% threshold that we like to see in order to get into our growth portfolios. So since then, that ROE has just kept going up, going up, going up. And I mean, sitting at 2027 numbers, if they come true, that 57% clean surplus return on equity. Remember, the average stock has a 13% return on equity. So Nvidia is making a lot of money for its shareholders, folks, retaining just about all the money it makes and putting it back into itself at 99 plus percent. And we just went over the net income growth and the revenue growth just far exceeding the average stock. In this case, average stock of 13%. Look at the net income growth here. And revenue growth for the average stock is 7.1%. And Nvidia is way above that. Now let's look at the past 10 days, because back in here, right down in this area here, Nvidia went down below the $200 level, and it was trying to achieve that level, went above it for a couple of weeks, and then fell down below it. And everybody says, what if competition comes into Nvidia? Well, they really don't know Nvidia very well, because don't forget, you get somebody like Elon Musk that needs some kind of semiconductor, and he goes to the semiconductor people, and he sees that they are making 80% on every dollar that they spend to produce some of those semiconductor chips. So somebody like Elon Musk says, well, if they're making 80 cents on every dollar, I'm going to do that myself. And he's got enough money and enough knowledge where he can raise the money in order to go into competition. But Nvidia has something special, and Musk has to go into a lot of different areas in order to change the psychology of the people that are using that CUDA, C-U-D-A system that Nvidia has. Over 1 year, we can see, black lines, the S&P 500, and we can see it's up 74% over 1 year, and with the market up 27%. Market's pretty good, 27% over 1 year, but Nvidia is better. Then over 5 years, yeah, we're looking at, if we go exactly 5 years past yesterday, as a matter of fact, it's up 1,629%, even more than I had on the introduction to this video. So yeah, 1,600% over the past 5 years, with the market up 82%. So folks, this is a big, big difference here. And this is one of those stocks that has a stranglehold on the platform that everybody is using and everybody has used in the past. And so for them to change to something else, number one, somebody has to come in totally in competition with Nvidia. They have to reproduce what Nvidia is producing, and then they have to get everybody that's using Nvidia's CUDA system or platform and change their minds to use it. So Nvidia is sitting in a very, very nice spot, folks. And remember, our goal is to build your wealth faster and safer. So we want stocks that we understand at least a little bit about and why it has the competitive edge. And once we know that, which you just learned through this video, about that competitive edge that Nvidia has, then you feel much safer with this stock. And folks, don't forget, over 10 days, this stock went from under $200 up to over $230 within about 10 days. So yeah, we've got quite a stock on our hands, folks, here, and it's been in our portfolio for a long time. So folks, it's the weekend. You go out, you can watch Mother Nature at its finest, and you know these birds are not thinking about the market, so you can think like a bird, folks, for the next couple of days. Don't even worry about the market. You just be with your loved ones, be with your friends. Most of all, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you back here in a couple of days.